So I'm showing you this house. If you guys remember way back when, I think it was like Labor Day or something, these poor people had a huge fire at their house. They're still out of this house because they're still repairing, as you can see. Let's see. But it's almost done. I think he was in the bar yesterday, and I think he said August they should be back in their house. Right now, the insurance company is paying for where they're staying for them and their kids. So I'm showing you this because I want to show you the area that I'm in by my job. These are condos, these are apartments, and yeah, there's houses. And as you walk on this way, which is towards my bar, you can see that there's businesses and there's more apartments. Like I said, these are townhouses, so people, I believe, own these. I think they rent them. There was a great gentleman that used to live over on this side. I think it was the second one over. His name was Ed. He sadly passed away, and he used to love our bar. Same with the house where the fire is. That's why they were in here, because this is their normal hangout. And like I said, it is an area where you have people living, but they all kind of know that there's things around here. There's a dog groomer. Sometimes you can hear her throughout the day. There's the library, because there's not very much for the kids to do around here. And then right up there are the train tracks. So you got the metro train that takes you to the city or takes you out to a further suburb than here. I think there's 2-3 stops. But yeah, here's my bar. And as you can see, it has been here for over 100 years. Anybody who's ever watched any of my shorts or my videos on my bar, I've said this over and over, that this bar is over 100 years old and the bowling alley is 75 years old. So the reason I'm telling you all this is because my boss got a call from the cops today because a neighbor has been calling noise complaints on the bar at night. Now, I don't work nights. I've been here at night, but this is coming in not on a Friday night or a Saturday night, but a Monday night or a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. And it always seems to be the guy who relieves me on the weekdays. So we don't know if it's a personal thing until today. When my boss got the phone call from the police department saying that he's got to keep it down, and then they started speaking about people being out here at night and being loud, and he goes, that's your property. As you can see, we're not far off from the street, so this is all the towns. We have nothing to do with this. So if somebody comes out here and is acting loud and they drive past, they should stop and say, hey, you're being a little too loud. There's residents, there's kids here. Normally, it's not a problem. Nobody's ever complained. Everybody kind of knows there's a bar here. And yet, if she lives in the apartment that I think she lives in, there's a town trustee that just bought a condo over there with her kids. If she's living in poor Ed's apartment, poor Ed is sitting there going, why are you not enjoying the place that I found solace in? So my boss decided and told the cops he was going to put this up. And he argued back and forth about what their job was versus what his job was. So we have one outside and now inside. So people are being warned that there's been noise complaints, and this is our warning to them to keep quiet when they're outside and respect their neighbors at night, and no alcohol outside. And my boss even said, if you drive past and you see somebody out there with a glass, a bottle, a can, a cup, arrest them. They're not supposed to be out there. So, moral of the story is, while house hunting, especially if you're a town trustee, look into the neighborhood. Look around you. There's a bar. There's a metro train. Which of these two could be louder? Especially without loud live music during the weekday. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it as a parent. She has kids, and she's calling at midnight. But again, you bought a condo next door to a 100-year-old bar. Karen's gonna Karen. What are you gonna do? Maybe not buy a condo next to a bar if that's not your jam.